Rabbi Friedman. Hello, thank God it's Tuesday. Amazing. Was so looking forward to this time. We all are always looking forward in anticipation of of the wisdom that we can hear from you today. And last show, we have started an age-old topic that it's inevitable that Jews are the chosen people. You have made a great podcast on that, which I listened to more than once. Thank you for that, on Rabbi Friedman YouTube channel. And the question still remains, okay, we're the chosen, it's a given, it's the truth. Why is it so hard for the rest of the world to accept it?
Actually, I don't think it's hard for the rest of the world. I think it's hard on us. We're the ones who are having the hard time with it. It's very easy for the world to accept, because to some degree they've always accepted it. They didn't like it, but there's no question.
Rabbi Friedman, actually this week, for some reason, a lot of that chosen topic came up in so many conversations, and especially this one. This used to be a voice of reason, but now this is what we hear. Let me just play it for you.
Christians are the chosen people. I think that it should be abundantly obvious at this moment in time, at this moment in history, who God's chosen actually are. And it ain't the Polish Bibi Netanyahu.
This is Candace Owens, very candidly telling the world that Christians are the chosen people, with a lot of hate in respect to Bibi Netanyahu. So pretty much I wanted to play that clip. It's circulating. It's actually went viral this week. I don't know, maybe you had a chance to see it. Well, Christians are the chosen people. And there seems to be a little bit of anti-Semitic spike from the Christian community, probably due to the war, or maybe due to the fact that America is getting involved or got involved in the war of Israel and Iran. And there seems to be, well, at least now we know where people are communicating. Usually that happens in the social media. And we're getting this spikes of anti-Semitism and claims that Jews are not the chosen people, it's Christians.
That's funny.
Okay.
Not to be taken seriously. The claim that Christians are the chosen people has caused so much grief in the world. Come on, it's ridiculous. It doesn't deserve a response. Everybody knows the Jews are the chosen people. To come along and say, well, you used to be, but God changed his mind. Well, then you don't believe in the Bible. It's just absurd. There's nothing to talk about. I think it's the opposite. The sane world. There are some sane people, by the way, you know. You don't hear about them, but they're out there. They're out there somewhere.
Looking forward to meeting them one day.
Yes. And it's not going to be in the media. Until Mashiach is actually here, the media is going to continue to be one big falsehood. Anyway, it's completely irrelevant. Because anyone with their eyes open, particularly concerning Netanyahu, don't tell me that he is a normal, typical human being. He's obviously not. I mean, hats off to him, because where in the world do you get strength like that? Where is his confidence coming from? a tiny minority who never got any attention except negative attention for most of history, and he can stand up to the world, including an internal opposition. I don't know. It's amazing. He gets up, he eats breakfast like a normal human being. And recently he's been thanking God for the siyata d'shmaya, his words, the help from heaven. There's no question. And anybody who doesn't see it, well, too bad. Too bad.
Rabbi Friedman, what do you think about the ceasefire now that we're talking about Netanyahu?
It'll never happen. It'll never happen. It would be the biggest disaster in history. Everyone knows and everyone agrees. There's got to be total surrender, and that regime has got to go. No ceasefire with them. Absolutely not. It's pure insanity. On the verge of victory, Israel has done this too many times. And every time it's been a disaster. So no, it's not going to happen. Can't happen. I don't even know who wants it. Who wants a ceasefire?
Trump.
Maybe. But can't happen. And if Iran wants a ceasefire, it definitely shouldn't happen.
We have in the morning, we have a journalist, our journalist from Israel, who said that doesn't feel like a victory. Today, people are not in a great mood. So, doesn't feel like there's closure.
Exactly right. We made giant steps forward, and now we're going to go backwards? No, ceasefire is absolutely immoral and wrong. Can't happen. One of the things about the predictions, all the prophecies about the end of evil, mentions the shame, the humiliation. If evil is not humiliated, then they're not finished. It has to be total humiliation. Like the total humiliation of the Nazis. That's really what ended Nazism. Not the bombs, the humiliation. So as long as evil can claim some dignity, it's dangerous. There is no dignity in evil. They must be totally humiliated.
Rabbi Friedman, what about those who are trying to protect Iran, like Russia? What do we make spiritually out of this power right now, the position of this power? China, Russia.
Irrelevant. The truth is much more powerful than any one dictator or any one ism, whether it's communism or socialism. There is no contest between truth and falsehood. And there can be no compromise, which a ceasefire is. So, no.
Rabbi Friedman, but this is ideally what should be. And then, again, who's I know this is, I'm setting myself up, but they're still calling the shots. They're still calling the shots. Trump is the one who can order ceasefire, or not just order it diplomatically, let's say reach it. Diplomacy is still intact, and different countries do have their say in this, but and they still are the ones who are calling the shots and making things happen, even though this is not what should be, but it's still what is. How does that change?
Israel is calling the shots. Now, you can either help or stand on the side and be useless, or scream and shout that Israel is bad. Israel is calling the shots. And that's the only way the world will ever be normal, is if Israel calls the shots. And we've been doing it. Backing off now? That's ridiculous. The world will be sane when Israel calls the shots. So for the sake of the entire world, no ceasefire.
Yet we're still in it. Is this like some sort of a bluff?
It's always been a bluff. All of evil is a bluff. We finally called their bluff. Why stop now? Not a good idea. When Israel wins, and please God, we're going to win, the world will love it. Everyone will become our best friend. Everyone. Because those who are not will be humiliated. Now, either we believe in truth, or what's the difference? If we're going to just keep playing the lie, we've come too far to go back on now. We've gotten so close. To back off now would be the biggest disaster in history.
I've got
the only question.
Yes, I've got nothing, because things are happening without us, without our input, without our understanding, without, every day is a surprise. You kind of gave us this warning a while ago, just prepare to be surprised, and it's just keeps on coming. Rabbi Friedman, can we go back to the chosen topic? So we're chosen. The world maybe is more ready to believe it. Why can't we believe it? What is our problem on this one?
We're very damaged.
From the beginning?
No, from 2,000 years of persecution. We're so used to being the victim, we have forgotten how to be the victors. The only question is, does Netanyahu have the inspiration and the strength to see this to the end? Which he desperately needs, and the whole world desperately needs. He needs to see it to the end. And he kept vowing he's going to see it to the end, because he knows that that's the only way. So to give in to pressure from people who are basically irrelevant?
Hope nobody's listening.
Not a good idea. So God should give him the strength and give him the inspiration that he should merit to be the one who finally pulls the world together. And Jews become the teachers of the world, because it's the only way. The only way it's going to be healthy and normal is if Jews are the teachers, not the followers.
Rabbi Friedman, again, because you're a great teacher, and from you we know that everything that happens for a reason. It's part of the plan. And yet 2,000 years of being damaged, of constant damage, of constant hardship. It's, we can't figure God out, but at the same time, it would be nice to understand at least a little bit what is the purpose of this 2,000-year-old damage that keeps on coming.
I don't know why it had to be this way for 2,000 years. I don't know. But the fact is, if after 2,000 years of persecution, we can rise to the occasion and do the right thing, then there'll be no doubt as to who is the chosen people. Why it had to come through such a painful process, I don't know. But you know what the Rebbe said to Netanyahu, which he keeps repeating. When he became the ambassador to the UN, the Rebbe said to him, you're going into a house of lies. But a little bit of truth, light one candle, and it'll overcome all the lies. A little bit of light expels a lot of darkness. He's been doing it. He just needs to take it one step further.
Has he always been doing it, or is it his latest thing?
I think the situation forced him into that position of leadership. He knows there's no alternative. He knows that he has the Rebbe's prediction and blessing and encouragement to be the little bit of truth. In spite of all the lies, not in spite, despite all the lies, the truth will prevail. And if it doesn't come through him, it'll come through somebody else. Like Mordechai said to Esther, you can do this. If you don't, somebody else will. So I hope he does. He's come very, very far. He's been amazing. He just needs to be amazing for one more week. No ceasefire. Look, at worst, they're going to make a ceasefire. Of course, they're going to violate the ceasefire, and then we'll be back to where we started from.
Looks like everybody is hopeful for that case scenario. Because otherwise...
Why go through that?
Yeah.
They don't deserve a ceasefire. They deserve total humiliation and removal. They cannot stay in power. And one more week and they'll have no power. And they certainly cannot dictate terms of a ceasefire. That is so perverted. They're going to dictate. And this is going to be good for the world? Why, that's a joke. I don't think it needs any explanation. I don't think anybody needs to be convinced. No ceasefire.
I hope they're all listening to what you're saying right now, Rabbi Friedman.
Most of the world agrees. It's just the media. The house of lies.
There is that spike again, a little bit from not sure who, Rabbi Friedman, who is spiking right now against Israel and against Jews? Who is it? What kind
Idiots.
I didn't expect that one. Okay.
Really? Total idiots. Their opinions should never have mattered, and it certainly doesn't matter now. Well, of course, you feel like your end is close and you're going to lose everything, so you scream like a cornered animal. So who takes that seriously?
Rabbi Friedman, do you think New York is going to elect an antisemite today?
I don't know. God works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
But if we had any intelligence at all, we would make sure he doesn't get in. And if he wins the nomination, he should be humiliated for the rest of the way and never become mayor. He shouldn't even be in charge of the sanitation department.
The whole thing is that this is kind of proof of, today we're going to get the proof of the state of New York intellectual status, basically. And so we're up for a test today. We're up for a test to see where we stand intellectually. How much have we grown, I think.
In other words, who's going to be humiliated? But somebody is going to be very humiliated. And I hope it's not us.
That would be good. That would be good. Yeah. Rabbi Friedman, what should we be ready for? Usually you give us a little bit of a preparation, like positivity, optimism, kindness. Prepare to be surprised. Feels like we entered like a different plateau now. Feels like we're in a different dimension, sort of. What should we expect in this dimension? What should we do in this dimension? How should we act in this dimension?
We must start raising funds, finding properties to build huge yeshivas, because everyone is going to want to be in a yeshiva. The non-Jewish world is going to want to know everything about Judaism and what their role in creation is. Who is going to teach them? Who's going to answer the questions? Who's going to make this information available? Get ready before the onslaught of interest and demand. You can't be caught by surprise. We know it's coming. Where are we going to get enough tefillin for everybody? This is an immediate concern. So we need to start producing more tefillin, more tzitzis, more Shabbos candles, more copies of the Torah. Everyone is going to want it. So if we have a little bit of intelligence and foresight, get ready.
Rabbi Friedman, do you think that the spiritual awakening has already started?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
With everybody
Again,
or just certain cliques?
No. Universally. The only problem is, now that we know the truth, can we handle it? Can we handle the truth?
Really hope so. Well,
we have to. We have no choice. We have no choice. Our destiny is being played out, and you can't mess with destiny. The only question is, will we be practical, prepared, ready with the facilities and with the schools and with the staff and with the textbooks and with everyone is going to want to learn about God, not about religion. The world is ready to be cured of religion.
Rabbi Friedman, amazing. Wasn't sure how, what you were going to say today, but you look very happy and optimistic and in good spirits, and it gives a really great energy, really good. It's food for the soul, basically. So I hope.
I think it's a good mental image. We're standing with one foot in the world of falsehood and one foot in the world of truth. You can't stay like that forever. You're going to have to bring both feet together. Question is, are you going to remove your foot from truth and become completely into the world of lies? Or are you going to move your foot from the world of lies into the world of truth? It's the crossroads of history right now.
It's that free choice that we've been talking about all this time.
And now it's a matter of sanity and insanity.
Yeah. Rabbi Friedman, amazing. Thank you so much for this really good dose of positivity and optimism and hope. And I hope everybody are getting this energy in, getting fueled for good things to happen. And we can't thank you enough for this, for what you're doing for the world. Thank you so much. It's amazing.
Do you plan to expand your program?
Oh yeah, only Torah, nothing else.
But expand it.
I
reach further.
I do everything you say. So okay, noted. Starting right now. But it would be a dream.
Get ready.
It would be a dream to have this channel fully spiritual. It would be a dream. I know whoever is listening might not agree with me. This is just my dream.
The collapse of communism was also a dream.
Well, Rabbi Friedman, amen to what you just said. Thank you so much. We'll start preparing. And as soon as I end the program, I'm going to go and take a look at how to expand. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the support that you give our community and the whole world. Thank you. It's priceless to us, and it's priceless to everyone who listens to you. Thank you so much. And hopefully till next week with a lot more good news and a lot more positivity.
I know it's scary to become sane, but we have no choice.
Let's continue working on that. Thank you. Thank you so much.